Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead. Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierrraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, if you have a question or comment on that platform, it'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check out the chat. My man Jay Grizz checking in from the city of brotherly love. Yo, happy hump day to my fellow sports donors. Jay Grizz, what's up, Papa? How are you, my man? Hope all is well. Mr. Southside himself is checking in. What's up? Michelle Walls in the Mickey Picky house. Michelle Walls. So what up? What up on a hump day and how them burpees from yesterday, SuperBack, FGB. Man, I'm still mad at those burpees. I'm telling you. So it was funny. Yesterday, I had time we did snatches and then 10 bar burpee over the bar. 10 burpees over the bar. So you just hopped over the bar, burpee, hop back over. I had about 30 seconds left because it was a AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. I had 30 seconds left, and I just got done with the snatches, and all I had left was the 10 burpees that finished at 30 seconds, and I'm like, shit. I didn't even do any burpees. I just waited for the last 30 seconds, and that was it. I had already done 40. I wasn't doing another 10. I thought of you immediately when I did that, bro. That's hilarious. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. My man Junior, what's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Listen, we got a great show, man. I am fired up. We have a lot to talk. We got Bulls to talk. Bullets are on a 5-game winning streak, excuse me. Bulls were on a 5-game winning streak until they ran into the LA Lakers. If you remember what happened last year in the United Center, Josh Giddey with the half-court shot. Game winner. Beats the Lakers. A half-court buzzer beater. And they were not happy. So the rematch this year at the United Center was Monday. We're going to talk about that today. Then the Blackhawks. Blackhawks got to make some adjustments. I mean, they got to – is it time? Is it time for them to start cutting or moving on from veterans and bringing up some of the youngsters and letting the youngsters play? And if so, who do you move on from? We got that to talk. We got Bears. Bears to talk. All right. A lot of Bears were named. Quite a few Bears were named to the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl games. Now it's the games this year. You have a whole bunch of activities and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that. The NFL. I don't want to say it's a travesty, but it's a travesty. NFL released, we're going to talk about the Bill Belichick situation. Bill Belichick was eligible for the the Pro Football Hall of Fame, not the NFL, pardon me, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was eligible this year, was his first year of eligibility. We're going to talk about whether he got in or not. That was crazy. Man. So as our old local Hawk Harrelson used to say, sit back, relax, and strap it down, because we have a phenomenal show. I'm excited to talk about all these topics with you. And then we're still going to talk Bears. I have a lot to talk about. I got a lot of problems with you people. Oh, man. Jay Grizz, yep. Was shot by Giddey, cost us the number 1 pick in the draft. It did. That would have been wild. So let me tell you, let's just look at that for a second. How cool would that have been to have Cooper Flagg and Matas Buzelis? Remember, Cooper Flagg was the consensus number 1 overall pick. And Kendall Gill has stated repeatedly, he has stated, we have our Cooper Flagg in Matas Buzelis. Remember, we got Matas from the G League. Local kid. 6'10", got a handle, can hit a 3. He needs to bulk up a little to post up, to be able to post up down low. Still got to work on his mid-range game a little bit. But this kid is exciting. He can rebound. He can play defense 1 through 5. The kid is legit. Jay Grizz has got me happy and sad at the same time last year. Man, Junior says a Pro Bowl should be discontinued. I hear you. But you have to. So what would you want? Just a Pro Bowl team? Because you have to honor the player somehow. Or you're just cool with All Pro. Because All Pro and Pro Bowl are 2 different things. 2 completely different things. The Pro Bowl is a mixture of votes. And All Pro is voted on by your peers and the coaches. So a lot of times it becomes a popularity contest, and people who have made the Pro Bowl continue to make Pro Bowls because people don't know who to vote for except the guy they saw last year in the Pro Bowl. It's exactly how a lot of people do it. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you. Saying good morning. My man Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up, what up, what up? Shawn at Sports Donors. Kudos to Wemby. Standing up for decency. Jay Grizz says, I am no longer interested in any All-Star games, sadly enough. Yeah, me too. Me too. It was so much better back when we were kids. You know what I mean? It was so much better. King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? I said, salute, Shawn. Salute. Already? Brandon Schutz says 2 more days till spring training. Already? White Sox didn't even have their Sox Fest at the Ramova Theater again yet. That's this weekend. King Booker World says, I haven't watched an All-Star game in 22 years. Damn. Want to hear something funny? That's when I taught 22 years ago. I was teaching at Eli Whitney Grammar School, and I met up with the young man this weekend that I taught 22 years ago. That's funny. That's a long time, King Booker World. That's a long time. Jay Gris says, I blame Jordan and Kobe because of how intense they would play in the All-Star games. I say that jokingly. Jay Grizz. What do you mean, Brandon? Am I going to that? Am I going to what? What are you talking about specifically, sir? You know, I blame LeBron. LeBron stopped the big stars from doing the dunk contest. See, LeBron needed to do the dunk contest. Most of the biggest stars and the best dunkers all participated in the All-Star game. The best dunkers. And if you were a superstar dunker, you participated in the dunk contest. LeBron stopped. And now they have to, it's so bad that they have to bring up a guy from the G League, sign him to an NBA squad just so he'd be eligible for the dunk contest. No one else wants to do it. Like, for us, that was the best. All-Star Saturday was amazing. All-Star Saturday was amazing for us. Remember, guys? That was dope. But it evolved. People didn't want to do it anymore. They didn't take it serious. And let's be honest. How many different dunks can you do? I mean, we watched All-Star games for about, 20 years? You know what I mean? About 20 years of All-Star games and dunk contests. How many more dunks can be done? We had guys jumping over a car. We had guys putting on capes. We had guys jumping over people. We had guys blindfolded after they pumped up the Reeboks. D Brown. I mean, we had to kiss the rim. We had to from the free throw line. We had the two-handed reverse. I mean, what more could there be? I don't know. So we've seen a lot. The older group, OGs, old cats, we've seen a lot. And that's why a lot of our generation, like, we've seen it all. And then there's no real rivalry. You know what I mean? No one, Mike and Neek. No real novelty. Spud Webb, Nate Robinson. You know what I mean? So, oh, Brandon, you're asking if I'm going to the Sox Fest this weekend. No, I'm not. It's no. No. Oh, okay. You said my mom and I went to Astros Fest. It was good. Brandon, cool. Good stuff, man. Yeah, you're talking the whole weekend. All-Star Saturday was the shit. Dude, I agree. King Booker World. We look forward to the dunk contest on All-Star Saturday. Woo, Charlie. You know? Three-point competition. Man, we had Craig Hodges. We had Larry Bird. You know, Steph needs to do a three-point contest. Like, come on, Steph. Really? You're the best shooter in the history of the NBA, and you don't want to do a three-point contest? The Crooked Commish in the house. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. So, Jay Grizz, I actually worked that All-Star game in '88. It was the spring semester of my junior year, because fall semester was my senior year of playing ball at Rita. So behind MJ jumping from the foul line, of course. I'm working in the 100 level. And if you remember, for that dunk, Mike was dribbling. I think it was at half court. And then he just started backing up. And he backed up right to where I was in the 100 level. Remember, he backed up. He had to move the cameraman a little bit, move down, like move home. Watch out, homie. And I was there live, dude. I was there live. It was crazy. After Larry Bird did and walked off the court before it even went in. Dude, it was awesome. Crooked Commish. I was just talking about that. I'm still working on it. Not sure. I got to get my flight. Actually, I got to talk to my guy, see if I can stay with him again. But I'll let you know, bro. I'll let you know. I'm going to Arizona for spring training. I was just talking to someone at CrossFit this morning about it. My man, Mr. Shawn. Hey, what's up? Top of the morning to you as well. Before you mute me. I was like Jesus walking on water back then. Dude, who you telling, bro? So that's what I'm telling you. I got to write a book. We snuck into, it was game 2 of the 1991 NBA Finals. Bulls, Lakers. It was game 2. And I'm telling you, my guy who lives in Arizona, all right, Crooked Commish, my guy who lives in Arizona, his dad was a cop. And his dad used to work detail on the visiting locker room at Wrigley. Even though he's a South Sider, my buddy Bob is a North Side, is a Cub fan. And I think Cub fans are stupid, but I gave him a pass. You know why? As a kid. So when we were in high school, we'd hang out with my guy Bob. Bro, his dad, hats off to Mr. Graber. His dad had my buddy Bob and his younger brother, Michael. He had pictures with everybody in the 70s. So when I say everybody, I'm talking Pete Rose, Dave Concepcion, Willie Stargell, Steve Garvey, Nolan Ryan, all the visiting teams, because there was only National League teams. There was no crossover back then. So all the visiting National League teams that came, he got a picture with just about every superstar back in the late 70s and early 80s with his two boys. His little boy, and they were kids, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I was like, all right, man, I can see why you're a Cub fan. I can see why you're a Cub fan, bro. So, yeah, that's so to say that. So he would take. He was the one guy who really liked to push the envelope because his dad was a cop. So then he when we were in college, he snuck into Indianapolis. A whole bunch of us went down it. Well, a whole of them. I was still in Holy Cross. I think it was 91. If you remember, the Final Four was in Indianapolis. The Final Four was down in Indianapolis. They went down there, snuck into the Hoosier Dome, and they stole a big sign. He was always big on sneaking in. So he got it. There were like six of us. I don't know how he did, but he got us in. We were in the first balcony. And we were obviously standing room only. It was the finals. And so we're walking around, and we're at the organ. We're behind the basket, the fabled organ that Nancy Faust used to play. We're literally at the organ at that end of the court when Michael comes up and does the move. Comes up, comes back down, goes up under around. We were going nuts. That was the 91 finals. So I just finished my sophomore year, 89, 90, 91. Yeah, just finished my sophomore year. So I got to see that live. Insane. So, yeah. Telling you some of the cool stuff. I got to write a book. It's got to be a book. I have to. Man. But anyway, listen. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we are going to get to our top of the morning topics. We got a lot of top of the morning topics, and we've got a lot to talk about in the 10 o'clock hour. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierrraSports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Irvin. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes.
That's going to be a wide open shot all night long. That's why they continue to run that play.
They love the high screen with Aiton. Nice cut. Lucelis with the jam.
Jake Arabian got there.
Here's Herter attacking the paint. He gets shut off. Dosumu closed out by Laravia. Bumps into Doncic.
And 1. 3 the hard way. Io Dos Trace. Right basketball plays. You got to give him his credit. He makes the right basketball play. Nice play.
Oh, the sideline, out of bounds whizzer. Josh Giddey finds Vucevic for a chance at 3 on an 8 and foul.
A spot-up shooter. If he's hitting them, great. It's when he's not hitting them.
For the shot. Nicely done again. The excellent inbounds pass from Giddey to a cutting Vucevic. A 42-point night working. White rattles one home. They need it. Bang.
Welcome back to ShawnSierrraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the Bullies on Monday night. Whew, that was a rough one. So let's get a crack a like it, baby. You know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Say it again.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
There we go. And that's what I'm talking about. First top of the morning topic. Let's get to it. Saw it. Bulls. Man, that was a rough one. Bulls fall to the Los Angeles Lakers at home. Man, that was a tough one on Monday. 129 to 118. I don't know why there we go. 129 to 118. Kobe White led the way for Chicago. He had 23 points. He was 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Out of Sumo, Chicago's very own Morgan Park. He had 20. Josh Giddey, still on a minutes restriction, coming off the bench. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. And Mr. Walking double-double himself, Nikola Vucevic, 18 points, 11 rebounds. They avenged that loss that the Bulls gave to him last year at the United Center, the one Jay Grizz and I were talking about that cost the Bulls the #1 overall pick. With the Josh Giddey half-court buzzer beater. But keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, we're staying with the Bulls. The Bulls travel down I-65 into Naptown, to Indianapolis, to face the Pacers tonight. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. Central Time. All right, you can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, man, it's a tough one. Another one. Wow, what's wrong with our teams? Whew. The Blackhawks fall to the Minnesota Wild, 4-3 in a shootout. Hawks were up 3-0. Spencer Knight, he stopped 20 of 23 shots. Teuvo Teravainen lit the lamp for the 10th time of the season. Ryan Donato scored his 11th, and Ilka Mikheyev, I'm sorry, I couldn't even. Ilka Mikheyev, he scored his 10th goal of the season. Connor Bedard assisted for the 29th time. Alain Crevier, 11th time. Vlasic, 11th. And Dickinson, his 5th helper of the season. Staying with the Blackhawks tomorrow. The Blackhawks travel to Steel Town. No, not Gary, Indiana. They go to Pittsburgh to face the Penguins. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 720 a.m. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic. Thought this was pretty cool. Very happy for this young man. This guy had a phenomenal season for our Bears. Bears quarterback Nashawn Wright was added to the Pro Bowl games. He will be attending the Pro Bowl games next week. He's the Bears' fourth Pro Bowl selection this year, which is pretty good. Very impressive. Okay, you got people. Okay, safety Kevin Byard, Kevin Byard the third is going. Guard Joe Tooney is going to the Pro Bowl, as well as center Drew Dahlman. Now, what's really cool is that 2 of the 3 offensive linemen that Ryan Poles acquired this offseason, are going to the Pro Bowl. That's pretty cool. And let's keep it a buck. This is a great pick, Steve-O God. This is a phenomenal interception right here from Nashawn Wright this year, going up against DJ Metcalf. Ball's underthrown a little bit. He one-handed this pick. This is a phenomenal pick. Great pick, Steve-O. Great job. Great job, Steve. Oh, man. Next top of the morning topic. And this is the topic I want to talk about for a minute now. This is unbelievable. Longtime New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick will not receive enough votes to enter the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. He is snubbed by Hall of Fame voters. What in the blue hell is that all about? This man has the most Super Bowl wins as a head coach. He's got 6. He's got 8 total. Remember, he was the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. Six Super Bowls. Appeared in 10 of them. And what's really crazy is this. If there wasn't that crazy catch by David Tyree, was in the first time they played the Giants, or the second one, was it Manningham down the sideline? 3/4 of his body is out of bounds. Is out of bounds. His feet are in, and he catches the ball on another third or fourth down. If it's not for 2 phenomenal, amazing plays, this guy would have 8 Super Bowl titles. He would have won as a head coach 8. He has 8 total. 6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator. But that's just insane. That is just insane. Junior says that's personal. Oh, you're damn right it's personal. King Booker Will says, I don't even like Belichick, and will say that's bullshit. Superback, do you believe in the slogan, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? No comment, Jay Grizz? No comment? But let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Okay, here's the problem. that I have so often with media members and writers voting people in. Oftentimes, they will have a personal agenda. They'll have a personal agenda against a player, in this case, a coach. People didn't like T.O. You mean to tell me Terrell Owens just wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yeah, he was. Everywhere he went, he won. But they made him wait a year. Why? For whatever reason, they didn't like him. And that's the thing that bothers me about these writers who vote players in. You have an agenda. Now, we all know Belichick's going in the Hall of Fame. It'll most likely be next season. But so you mean to tell me the guy with the most Super Bowl wins as a head coach can't get into the Hall of Fame on the first try? You're damn right that's personal. Because then no other coach should ever make it on the first ballot. Or make it at all. This guy won 6. And he can't get in on the first try. So if you haven't won a Super Bowl, you shouldn't even get in. And that's the issue I have with a lot of the writers. All right, they get in their feelings. All right, they're mad. Okay, that Bill Belichick was kind of a jagbag. Not kind of, was a jagbag to the press. Well, listen. A lot of times you have the press asks stupid questions. I'll tell you, I've been in the press room. I've been in there. He doesn't like dealing with the press. He likes coaching football. Unfortunately, that's part of his job description as a head coach in the NFL. But media members, and you hear it too, you hear some stupid-ass questions asked by the media. In other markets, but especially here, you see a lot of stupid questions asked. So the quarterback and the head coach on a daily basis. And he didn't want to do he thought they were stupid questions. So he'd give crazy answers. He'd give crazy looks. And so many of the media members, I assume that's one of the issues. But also, let's not forget, Spygate and Deflategate. That's another reason. It's difficult to get to a Super Bowl. He got to 10. So getting there is extremely difficult. And winning it is even more difficult. And for all of those of you who said, oh, well, he had Tom Brady. Let me tell you something. The first 2, maybe 3 Patriot Super Bowls were with Tom Brady, not because of Tom Brady. Let's not forget Willie Seymour, Teddy Bruschi, Marvin Harrison, Ty Law, Willie McGinnis. Let's not forget that phenomenal defense that they had. That phenomenal defense that stopped the greatest show on turf. If you remember back in 01, 2000, beginning of 2001, the greatest show on turf, their first one down in New Orleans. I was down there. Let's not forget that. It wasn't Brady winning those. It was a defense scoring, pick sixes, and setting up the offense with short fields. How much credibility now is the voting, is the process? How much credibility does the process have if arguably the greatest head football coach in the history of the NFL can't get in on the first try? How credible is the selection process and the selectors? And apparently, these votes are anonymous. Not like baseball. These votes are anonymous. So you can't see who didn't vote for you, which I think is bullshit. If you're selected by your peers, let me know who voted me in or who didn't vote me. Oh, let's not forget how many coaches or media members are mad he's dating a 27, 28-year-old girl. All these factors played a part in it. Now, how big a part? I don't know. But all of these factors played a part. To get to 10 Super Bowls is unfreaking believable. To get there. You thought the Buffalo Bills 3 years in a row was tough. 10 Super Bowls in 20 years. That's literally every other year. Literally every other year. It's stupid. King Booker Will said, let that man get his 20-year-old nanny in peace. Hey, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. She's younger than his daughter. His girlfriend is younger than his daughter. But what does that say? See, this is the problem I have. See, like when I talk about the Cubs, okay? I give Cub fans, give you guys shit all the time. I can't stand the Cubs. It's really I can't stand the fan base. But when I give an assessment or when I critique them and break them down, it's my personal feelings for the organization and the fan base is taken out of it. It's just the facts. Just the things that I see. It's not, I don't interject my personal feelings toward them. Get bent. Let's go, fan. And the media, a lot of the media members have never played football. A lot of media members got their panties in a bunch because he doesn't answer the questions the way you like, or he gives you short, curt answers. Yeah, he was a jagbag. Yeah, he was a jerk. That's why he won 6 Super Bowl titles. That's why he went to 10 Super Bowls as a head coach. Because he was an asshole. He controlled everything. And that's one place that he couldn't control was the media room. Can't control the questions. So he didn't like it. So now, for his comeuppance, now you're like, I'll show you, Bill Belichick. I'm not voting for you. Really? Then who else could you vote for? What other coach can you vote for if you don't put Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot? Bill Belichick has won more Super Bowls than most organizations combined. The Steelers have 6. Cowboys have 5, I think. Everybody else is less than that, if any. Detroit, Seattle. He's won 6 as a head coach. That bothers me. He was upset about it, and he should be. Because, you look at it and you say, here's where you appreciate all your work when you're retired or when you're done with it. He's done with the NFL for now. Here's where you can appreciate it. All the things. This is what we talk about when we're playing. Well, how do you feel about this? You know what? I'll just keep playing, and then when I'm retired, when it's all said and done, I'll look back and kind of revel on what it is I did, my legacy, how I left the game after I was gone. Now's the time for him to do that. But because certain people, a lot of people have personal agendas, and this is what's bothersome to me. And I get, so I personally would like Hall of Fame players, everyone in the Hall of Fame, to be the only ones who vote. You can't do that. How are you going to get the first ones in? And you can't stop. The media, guys who covered it, they're human. So if they have a personal agenda, you're going to see it. They had a personal agenda, and we saw it. I'd be mad as a mother, Hubbard, if I were him. Mad. And again, the thing that really sucks about this is that the votes are anonymous. You don't know who votes for who, unlike baseball. That would have been awesome for him to know who snubbed him. All right, I got you. I would have loved for that to happen and him call him out. Like, stop your personal agenda. Do you know the way Mike called out Krause in his Hall of Fame speech? There was no need for that. But Mike's petty. Bill Belichick would have been able to do the same thing if the votes weren't anonymous. That sucks. I feel you should be able to face your accusers like in court. Like in court. Face your accusers, you see the jury, you see who's gonna give the verdict, guilty or not guilty. You get to view them, you get to look at them. Here you get to know. I wish they got to know who they are. You can say something to them. Six Super Bowl titles as a head coach, the most in the history of the NFL. That might not ever be, that could be one of those records that is never broken. It really could. The closest we got was the Chiefs at 3, and they're pretty much done now. That could be the record for the most. That record could stand for forever. 6 Super Bowl titles as a head coach. Same team. And he had to wait till the second year on the ballot to get in. What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of bullshit is that? It's crazy. Listen, I got to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get to talk a little Bulls. All right, and then we'll talk a lot more Bears. All right, we'll look over the edge rushers, talk about what they need, who they can get. All right, so keep it locked right here, ShawnSierrraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created JGordonReports.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoynereports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyne.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
NFL Network. Timeout for the Bears, 2:54 to go. Caleb Williams, first down throw in the middle, it's caught to the 35-yard line for Rome Odunze. 2nd and 7 for Caleb Williams, in traffic, DJ Moore caught that with one hand, brought it back, he's shy of the first down. That's a terrific catch by the man who has the touchdown reception in the first half. 2nd and 10, Swift, cut it back. Goes forward, gets about 7. Opening ceremony. What a month we have ahead. So thrilled for it. From the 24, Stafford in trouble, the ball's out, fell back on it. The pressure up the middle, Dominique Robinson. The 27, back in the game, back on the field. First down, DJ Moore. Tossing it here to Kyle Monunga. Nice run for Monunga. They had some good second down runs in this game.
Welcome back to ShawnSierrraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC. Those were the Bears on playoff. That hurt. That still hurts. That still hurts. It was 2 weeks ago and it still hurts. Fudge. Junior said Jeremiah, his grandson, came running in the front room when he heard the music for your commercials. That's funny. That's funny. That's great stuff. Is the car here? Oh, man. Well, let's talk about our boys. Let's start with the Bulls first. We'll start with the Bulls first. All right. The Bulls are in a situation right now. They get a game over 500, then they go back to 500. Like, they can't get any momentum now. And that's frustrating as all get out. All right. Frustrating as all get out. All right. The Lakers were on one yesterday, though. Tell you what, the Lakers, Charlie, on Monday, they were on one. They were mad. They have every right to be. All right. They got embarrassed. They were embarrassed last year when they came and they lost on the buzzer beater, the half-court buzzer beater from Josh Giddey. They were mad. Luka dropped 46. I don't like Luka's the European style that he plays. He's a whiner. It's not just him who does this, but a lot of guys, what they do when they're going to the holes and they're dribbling, They'll extend the ball low, so if your hands are out, they'll extend the ball low and come up through your hands. If your hands are extended out and you're playing defense and sliding, they'll come up through your hands and take the shot. So the refs see the contact, they call a foul. When the offensive player is the one who initiates the contact. So literally, so what the defender's supposed to do? Keep their hands down? No, they play defense like this with their hands out. So when you extend, you come up through the arm, contact, foul. I think Luka's is a great player. I just don't like the way he plays. I don't like his style. But the Bulls, in particular, the hell with Luka. They're a team that it needs leadership. Because there's so many times, and here's where I'm going to get on Josh Giddey. And I get it. Josh, you're hurt. You're coming off the bench right now. But I better not see this shit when you're the starter again. You get too out of control. I think the Bulls were so fired up that they were playing the Lakers and LeBron and Luka that they got away from what is successful and works for them. That's my biggest issue with this Bulls team. Why do you have to change your game because you're playing the Lakers? Why can't you make the Lakers change their game because they're playing the Bulls? That's leadership. That's what a point guard does. Settle down. But this team doesn't have a leader. They don't have a definitive leader. And that's a problem. That is a huge problem. In any organization, any team, there needs to be a distinct leader, unquestioned leader. Who's the leader on the Bears? Caleb Williams. But who runs that whole show? Ben Johnson. But there's no question that Caleb leads that team. Is there? None whatsoever. That's what we're missing on the Bulls. We're missing the true leader who can stop a run and say, oh, hold on, player. Let's walk this up. Let's get back to what we do well. Let's get back to what we do well. Let them adjust to us. And that's a problem. The Patrick Williams experiment got to end. Nikola Vucevic has to be traded. Like us living in mediocrity is frustrating. Frustrating. You know, let's see. I get annoyed when I see that shit in the morning. I get annoyed. Well, not in the morning, I'm sorry. When I see it play, out. That bothers me. Because you played basketball for so long. Most of you guys have played basketball half to 3/4 of your lives. And you see it. You understand when you're doing shit that you're not comfortable doing. You're doing shit that hasn't gotten you wins and hasn't been successful for you. When you change up how you play because of who you're playing. Your inability to stop, and I get it, that's the head coach's job. But it's nice to have a leader on the floor that says, hey, hold on. I'll bring it up slowly. Let's get into a set. Let's run this play. Let's get back on track. That's what we need. You saw what happened with the Lakers. LeBron settles them down. Luka settles them down. We don't have that dude. And Josh Giddey, you need to be that dude. You're $100 million. You're the $100 million man, 25 a year. You're the $100 million man. Our point guard, you need to be that dude. And I know you're only 23, maybe 24. You need to be that dude. And right now, you're not on the court as much because you're on a minutes restriction, coming back from an injury. But this better stop when you get back in the starting lineup and you play your regular allotment of minutes. Run the show. Slow down. Pick up the pace when necessary. And defense, I think it's illegal to play defense in the NBA. It's the South Side. I agree with you. All right. Michelle says, Billy D's not a screaming type of coach. You don't have to be a screaming type of coach. Phil Jackson wasn't a screaming type of coach, but he got his point across. Lovie Smith was not a screaming type of coach, but he got his point across. Billy needs to hold people accountable. That's the issue. When you see it being done, time out. Time out, Bulls. And then in practice, you go, listen, if there's a run, instead of me burning a timeout, Josh, I need you to get it. I need you to slow this thing down and get into a set, get into a play. I need you on the court to be my assistant coach. That's what we don't have. We don't have that leadership. So if Josh doesn't do this, because Josh, you've been playing, I know you're 23 years old, 24 years old. You've been playing ball probably since you were what, a kid? Less under 10? You played overseas, played professionally down in Australia. Okay, cool. You got a lot of basketball in you at such a young age. We need that maturity to come to the surface. We need that maturity. We don't box out. And there's so many times, and Stacy says it all the time. I laugh. My mom laughs when he says it. It's a simple game. It's a simple game. Cut to the hole. Stop taking all these goddamn threes. You know, I think Billy's got to stress that. If you have a wide open lane to the basket, take it. Don't get in. You in the basket. That's it. No, it's coming over late. You got the dunk. You got the layup. And then you kick it out to the corner. To me, that's as bad as not kicking a damn field goal when you're in the red zone. King Booker World says, I can't stand this guy, but they should bring in Chris Paul to show him how to run an offense. I agree. Oh, they need someone in here to show them how to run an offense. Like Josh needs, we need better spacing. Josh needs to take control of the game. That's what great point guards do. Get everybody involved, and they do so many things that bother me. You get a mismatch. They had a couple of mismatches yesterday. Vooch on a 6'3" guy, and they didn't go into it. I was livid. Stacy was livid. When you got Mouse in the house, you get that ball down low. Get down low. Get down low. Get down low. Get down low. Boots, your ass better go back right into that block and scream for the God-blessed ball. Scream for it. Throw me the ball. Throw me the damn ball. And the Bulls wouldn't take advantage of it. That's an easy 2. Maybe an and 1. So, for me, I don't understand why they play so well at points and then the wheels come off. Then they play so poorly in other stretches. Because you need that point guard, you need that leadership to stop that run from the other team. This is why us old heads get mad with all the money that these guys are making. And they don't do the basic things. There's no leadership. There's no structure. There's no one who's a point guard. There's no one who runs the offense. Got all that money. For what? Josh, you are a point guard. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what the hell you should do in various situations in a game. It's not being done. One of the guys that I really like, Jalen Smith. I really do. I really like Jalen Smith. Although he gets a little too 3 happy. And maybe it's me, Shawn. Maybe it's get off my lawn, Shawn. But damn, dog, you're 7 feet. Get your ass down low. You know, get your ass down low. Patrick Williams goes up when he wants to. Maybe I'll play well this game. Maybe I won't. And this falls at the feet of Billy. Falls at the feet of Billy. You allow what is not being coached is being allowed. You either coach it or you allow it. That's it. That's why it's happening. And Billy gives these guys a little too much leeway. And not enough structure, not enough, I don't want to say discipline, but discipline. But Shawn, I don't buy that. The problem with Jalen Smith is lack of bulk to play down low. Then use your quickness. Then use your quickness. Then you know what? Hang out in the mid-range, 6 to 15 feet. Start to block, get the ball. If he's stronger, turn around, face him up. Face him up. Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor, rise. Put it on the floor, give him the eyebrow fake. He goes up, go in and dunk it. That's no excuse. I get it, he's not big. First, get your ass in the weight room. Get stronger. But secondly, there's other things you can do. If you're not bulky, use your speed, use your footwork. If you don't have footwork, you better find a footwork guy. Hell, you're on the west side. I got tons of kids who got good footwork. But that's what you should work on, your footwork. All these things are things that can be improved on. You can improve your footwork. You can improve your foot speed. You can improve your strength. You can get bulkier. You can hit the weight room. But that shows me you don't give a damn about your craft. Because you can get bulky and then say, you know what? Now that I'm bigger, I'm going to work in the pool. Go up to my waist, and all the moves that I do on the court, I'm doing in the pool. Resistance bands. Get a trainer. You're making millions and millions. Or just go to the freaking Bertle Center. Not even Bertle, the Advocate Center. You got guys there. You get it? Resistance bands. You want to go right? Have a guy on your left with a resistance band holding you. Make a move with the resistance band. Hit the foot ladder. The speed ladder. All these things you can do. And you can become a force. But no one wants to devote that time and effort to the craft. And P. Will, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know. Might as well just call him a scarecrow. That dude got no brain, no mindset. Sean Wallace says, which one you keep, Kobe or Io? Well, the trade deadline's coming up. They're both doing well from beyond the arc. It's a great question. Who do you keep, Kobe or Io? Depends on what you want to do. I think you'll get more in return for Kobe than Io, I believe. I believe it. If you want more in return, then you give up Kobe. You keep Io. If you still think Kobe's going to be your dude that you can build around with his 3-point shooting, then you get rid of Io and keep Kobe. But Io plays some defense. Io puts on for the city, man. Kobe's not from here. Io is. Io puts on for the city. You'll see Io playing defense, taking charges. And I'm not saying Kobe doesn't. Kobe does that as well. But this shit is personal to Io. It's personal to him. Talked about Southside's very own. If you put a gun to my head, Bashan, I'd say keep Io. I like his defense. I like his defense, his grit, his Chicago grit. That's what I like. That's what I like. Switch gears. Talk about our boys on the lakefront. Our bullies. Our Bears. I'm sorry. We're talking about the bullies. It still boggles my mind. I'm still annoyed with this whole thing. Second game is passed. And the NFC Championship game is passed. And I'm still annoyed because you wasted an opportunity. You wasted an opportunity. Whether you want to put it on Caleb, whether you want to put it on DJ, whether you put it on Ben Johnson, whether you want to put it on Rome for some drops, or Colson Loveland for some drops, or Luther Burden for some drops, or DJ Moore for whoever you want to put it on them. But you wasted an opportunity. And I'm not saying you would have got past Seattle. I'm not saying that. Maybe you would have. We don't know. Now we'll never know. But now I hope you understand why taking care of the little things leaves no big things. So now we got to start looking at the draft. Now we got to start looking at free agency. Max Crosby's the one dude everybody talks about. I'd love to get him. I don't know if it's possible. I would love to get him. I don't know if it's possible. Strapped with the salary cap. You got to restructure some deals. I mean, you might even have to restructure his deal. And say, all right, for 5 sacks, you get $500,000. For 10 sacks, you get another $1 million. If you're playing every game, you get a game day bonus of $30,000 or $50,000, whatever. $100,000 for every game. You know what I mean? That's another 1.7 off the salary. You know what I mean? So, but then if he gets hurt, he's probably gonna say, no, I don't want that. I want everything guaranteed. I mean, he might have to give up concessions too. How many of you would be interested in Trey Hendrickson, the young man from Cincy? Again, if I were the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett would be my dude to trade. Although, maybe not so fast. Not so fast, my friends. With Shador, new coach and Shador, if you help Shador out, Shador can do some really, really good things. Having Myles Garrett on the other side affords him the ability to do a lot of cool things. You've got a defense you can trust. You got these pass rusher. Then on third down, you better find that son of a gun because you know if you don't find him, he will be drawn to your quarterback, guaranteed. Guaranteed. And we don't have a guy like that on our D-line. We don't. Mr. $98 million man, Montez Sweat, you're not that dude. You're not that dude. Nobody fears you. Nobody says, oh, where's Montez Sweat? Nobody points you out on the key third down. They don't point you out. So yes, we need help in edge rusher. So one of the things that I think we have, I think we have a lot of guys here who need to take a step forward. My guy, Shamar Turner. I'm excited to see him. I think he needs to take a step forward. I know he was hurt this year, tore his ACL. All right, Black Diamond. Black Diamond said, hey, Shawn, I have pivoted. Give me Trey Hendrickson. He's an unrestricted free agent and wouldn't have to give up DJ. Only question I have is Hendrickson's health. Is he healthy? I hear you. Okay. Mr. Shorty, I have you muted again. Damn it, if I could only hear you. LOL. Dante, what's up, Papa? I said, bear down, SuperBack. Bear down, Dante. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. I'm okay with Hendrickson. I want Crosby or I want Myles Garrett, but I'm okay with Hendrickson. The question is, what's he going to ask for? Because remember, all it takes, and here's the cool part. People are going to want to come here. People are going to want to come here. Am I lying? This is a place, Chicago is a place where free agents are going to come. Caleb Williams had 7 come from behind wins last year. You don't think a stud pass rusher or a top quality free agent doesn't want to play with a quarterback who he knows that can come back from behind? The Magic and whoever the free agents are, they got people on the Bears. They got friends, college teammates, old teammates, maybe even high school, maybe same area, grew up in the same area. Hey, how's Chicago? Man, that place is lit when we're winning, and we're winning right now. You don't think all that plays a part in it? Yeah, it does. Now, it's not going to stop a guy from taking $5 million more. No. But if it's minimal, 500, maybe $1 million or $2 million, it could be. That could be the deciding factor. Because Chicago is a destination now for free agents for NFL free agents. Let me tell you something. When you're a football player, you're a defensive player, and you know you got a quarterback that has that fourth quarter magic, that's extremely talented like Caleb is, saw what Caleb did this year, and realized that's only year one in Ben Johnson's system, understand he is ready for blast off in this system. They're going to want to come here. They're going to want to come here. They're going to say, I could be a part of that organization. Again, if it's $4 or $5 more million, yeah, I don't know if that's going to sway. But if it's a million or $2 million, it could sway people. Because now you're getting playoff money. So, defensive end. What about Ruben Bain on the back page of the Chicago Sun-Times looking for an edge? Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby, and these three are college guys. No, I'm sorry, Khalil Mack. There's a Bain, Ruben Bain from Miami, and David Bailey from Texas Tech. I like me some David Bailey from Texas Tech. I like me some David Bailey from Texas Tech. I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think he's going to be there. King Booker World says Bain might be worth a trade-up attempt. He plays with it. He got a little. He got that the U edge. He plays with that edge. I like it. I like it a lot. That's the type of players we got to draft. I need people, but how tall is he? Ruben Bain. Because you got to be a certain size in. You know. So they're talking about it, and Mel Kiper, in this article by Patrick Finley in the Sun-Times today, Mel Kiper says, the edge rushers this year are the strength of the draft. Oh, no, that's not him. He didn't say that. That's who's this fucker? Fabianich. Oh, the Senior Bowl executive director, Drew Fabianich, said the edge rushers are the strength of the draft. Okay. Yeah. And then Ryan Pohl says, I think that's an area where we're going to continue to press and get better. Pohl said last week. The thing that's really hurting us is that Dio contract, the Dio Odengbo contract. If Ruben Bain is 6'3", man, that'd be nice. Ruben Bain 6'3", huh? I believe you. I'm just confirming. Yep, 6'3", 270. Okay. These are those types of guys. Give me a dude who plays with an edge. Give me a dude who plays with an attitude. Shorty says, Bears Patriots Super Bowl would have been crystal meth for the NFL. Not just any crystal meth. The Breaking Bad kind of crystal meth. Oh, is it Blue Magic? Was it Blue Magic in Breaking Bad, the meth that they were selling? What was the name of the meth they were selling? And it had a name, had a street name. No, I don't want to trade DJ. I don't. Because now you're assuming Rome's ready to take the next step. I don't know if he is. King Booker says, I think I'd rather them use draft capital for a young DN like Bain than trading for a vet and hope they stay healthy. Get Bain. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Bain. But the one guy, David Bailey as well, is another dude. Blue Magic. What was I saying? Blue Magic was Frank Lucas, and yeah. The heroin. Now you're making me find out. Was the meth called in Breaking Bad? Blue Sky. Blue Sky. Meth in Breaking Bad is famously known as Blue Sky or the blue stuff. Okay. Okay. See, I anticipate Rome stepping up, but I don't want to trade DJ, and then Rome doesn't take the step up we need. I need DJ to step. Rome to step up, but I also need Luther Burden to take another step forward. And the cool part about that, him and Colston Loveland, is they had really good years this year, and for them to step up this year and have even better years would be even better. I love the energy they brought. But now I need some production on the field. The rookie season's over. We need to count on you. Like, I want it to be like the greatest show on turf. All right, I do. DJ, Rome, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. Torrey Holt. Who's the other guy? I can see his face. The greatest show on turf. It's Torrey Holt, Oz Hakeem, Ricky Prohl, and who's? I'll be so mad when you guys tell me and I couldn't remember it. Who's the other receiver? The star receiver. Torrey Holt, And the other guy, you guys are going to do this to me. Isaac Bruce, thank you. Thank you, King Book World. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Oz Hakeem, Ricky Pro. They were so comfortable, but they had a quarterback who was extremely accurate and detailed. So now Caleb's got to be detailed, and he's got to get accurate. I don't want to trade DJ. I think he's a little bit too important to this team right now. I do think I want the Bears to approach him about restructuring. But that's going to be a tough thing for DJ. Here's why. Because you can get a lot of incentive bonuses, but you're not going to be getting the ball thrown your way a lot, DJ. You're the number one receiver we have, but because of the emergence of Colston Loveland, because of the emergence of Luther Burden, because of what we think that Rome Odunze might do, how he might step forward, that's going to take passes away from you. So what benchmarks would you get? 50 catches? Okay. X amount of touchdowns? Okay. X amount of yards? I mean, it can't be a high number. I mean, you had 6. If everybody goes, just think. If Caleb throws for, say, 4,200 yards, okay? That's only 300 more yards than he threw this year. That's only 300 more. And that's going to be split up between Dylan Smythe, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai, Luther Burden, Rome Odunze, Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet. Those 300 yards among 7 people is only 40 yards, 45-ish yards more. So you're in the 600 range, maybe 7. So you're probably not going to get close to 1,000. If you get 1,000, phenomenal. Phenomenal. That means Caleb is using you like a number 1 receiver. So how are they going to restructure his deal? Convert a lot more of it to a signing bonus and then a prorate. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I don't want to trade DJ Moore. Then the left tackle spot. Theo Benedette. You're up, kid. I think Theo Benedette has a phenomenal opportunity that got handed to him. Don't fumble it, young man. Do not fumble it. Because I want to keep Joe Tooney at left guard, Dolman at center, Jonah Jackson at right guard. I want to keep Joe Tooney there at left guard. I want this run game to destroy people. I want this run game to scare people. I want this run game to win us games this season. I think our best chance of doing that is having whoever we decide to put at left tackle, I'm saying Benedette initially, Joe Tooney. It's Dahlman's name. Dahlman and Jonah Jackson. And then Darnell Wright. That's who I want. I'm excited to see who we draft because there's so much more influence. There's so much more influence now from the head coach. Ben Johnson's like, I don't want him. I want this guy. Here's who I want. I just go get him. Dennis Allen's going to have his pick of the litter. Hey, Ben, tell Ryan to get this guy. Get this guy for me. Because I do think they're going to go a little more defensive laden in the draft this year. I think they should. Because you don't need a left tackle. You know, we did a good job against them. But week in and week out. Let's see. Junior sent me in the 2025 season. Rome Odunze has a catch rate of 48.9 to 53.47 based on very 12-game data. With 44 receptions and 90 targets, 661 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. He has a 23.7 target share, 91.4 route participation rate, and a 15 yards per reception average. Okay. But this wide receiver core has got to step up. They have to. They have to take another step forward, because if they do, Lord have mercy, the heights this offense will go. The heights this offense will go if our offense takes a step forward. If those guys take a step forward. Our offensive line is able to protect. Now they're having a year under their belt. When they came together toward the middle of the end of last year, this past season, and now you have a complete year under your belt. You're familiar with who's on your right. You're familiar with who's on your left, and how and what they do in certain situations. I think one of the things, McFadden is that guard. We talked about it last week, where he's coming across on a pull, and Jared Verse stuffs him. That can't happen. Here's that dog that I need in you. Here's that dog that I need in you. I need you at 300 pounds to be able to move a 260-pound defensive end. I don't give a shit how much he squats or hand cleans. Your 300 pounds has to move that 260. And McFadden, you didn't get it done. Period. I need whoever they put in there. McFadden had him at guard. I need them to be able to move someone. Move, trick, get out the way. I need some decleaters on this offensive line. Decleaters. You know, some people have talked about a running back. I'm good with our running back crew. If you get one in the 6th round, 7th round, okay, cool. But I am more than happy with our run game, our running backs. Now, the issue is going to be how are they going to prepare mentally. Eric Bieniemy's not there anymore. Going to be the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. They need to bring a guy in here who's demanding. Yeah. I just want to see how our running backs do. Obviously, it's contingent on the O-line. Is anyone thinking of drafting or want to draft an offensive tackle with our first pick? Anyone? I think the Bears, I said this before, are in a really good spot. You can trade up if you want. 4 or 6 slots, something like that. Give a 2nd round pick away, maybe. Okay. help to jump get your guy. And Ryan Poles needs, with the help of Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen, who I know helped last year, he needs another draft like this one. He needs another draft where 4 rookies were impactful, made a huge impact on the success of this season. Ryan Poles got to have another draft. Or Ben Johnson needs to have another draft like that. Well, listen. We're going to cut it short for a minute because I got to go pick up the ward, and I got some stuff to do literally right after that. I got to get up, bring her back. I got to bounce. We're not cutting it much shorter. It's like 3-4 minutes. Listen, guys, 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank you guys. That, Junior, King Booker World, Dante, Black Diamond, Shorty. Yes. I said King Booker World, Black Diamond. Michelle Walls in the house. Bro. I'm just trying to make sure I miss Patty Lara. Let's make sure I didn't miss anyone. All you guys, Jay Grizz from the city of brotherly love, checking in. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys on Friday. Hey, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be a little warmer today. 15. Say 15. A high of 16 today. Watch out now, player. Watch out. Watch out. Bears Country Podcast with Shorties on Thursday. Thursday night, 8:09 p.m. Central. I think it's 8 o'clock Central. I don't think it's 8:09. I think Jerry's got fat fingers and is not coordinated. Oh, man. But anyway, stay warm. Be grateful. This is ShawnSierrraSports. Guys, have a phenomenal day. I'm going to get something to eat. Going to restaurant week, going to a steakhouse. Yeah. But right now, your boy is out.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the job and answer the drop.